You may counter, but you don't know my circumstances. I am in a different situation than anybody else, and I am as far down as a human being can get. In that case, you are fortunate, for if you are as far down as you can get, there is no farther down you can go. There is only one direction you can take from this position, and that is up. So your situation is quite encouraging. However, I caution you not to take the attitude that you are in a situation in which nobody has ever been before. There is no such situation. Practically speaking, there are only a few human stories, and they have all been enacted previously. This is a fact that you must never forget. There are people who have overcome every conceivable difficult situation, even the one in which you now find yourself and which to you seems utterly hopeless. So did it seem to some others, but they found an out, a way up, a path over, a pass through. One of the most inspiring illustrations of this act is the story of Amos Parrish, who twice every year brings together hundreds of leading department store executives and style experts into huge clinics held in Grand Ballroom of the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York City. At these clinics, Mr. Parrish gives advice to the merchant and their associates on business trends, on merchandise, on selling methods, and other matters important to the conduct of their business. Having attended a number of clinics, however, I am convinced that the greatest values Mr. Parrish transmits to his customers are courage and positive thinking, a deep belief in themselves, and the confidence that they can overcome all difficulties. He seems a living example of the philosophy which he teaches. As a boy, he was sickly. Moreover, he stirred. He was sensitive and a victim of an inferiority complex. It was thought that he would not live because of his weakened physical condition. But one day Amos Parrish had a spiritual experience. Faith dawned in his mind, and from then on he knew that with the help of God and the utilization of his own powers, he could achieve. He developed a unique idea of service to businessmen, and so highly do they rate it, and they are willing to pay large fees to attend a 2-day session twice a year under the business wisdom and inspiration of Amos Parrish. To me, it is a moving experience to sit with that big crowd in a hotel ballroom and listen to AP, as he is affectionately called, talk positive thinking to those important businessmen and women. Sometimes he has the greatest difficulty with his stuttering, but he is never discouraged. He refers to it frankly and with a sense of humor. One day, for example, he was trying to say the word Cadillac. He tried several times and was unable to get it out, and finally did so with a powerful effort. Then he commented, "I can't even say Cadillac, let alone buy one." The audience roared with laughter, but I noted that they looked up at him with affection written on their faces. Everyone leaves a meeting at which he speaks with the conviction that they too can turn their obstacles into assets. Again, I repeat, there is no difficulty you cannot overcome. A wise and philosophical Negro man once said to me when asked how he overcome his difficulties, "How do I get through a trouble? Well, first I try to go around it, and if I can't go around it, I try to get under it, and if I can't get under it, I try to go over it, and if I can't go over it, I just plow right through it." Then he added, "God and I plow right through it." Take seriously that formula of a businessman given earlier in this chapter. Stop reading for a moment and repeat it over to yourself 5 times. And each time you say it, conclude with this affirmation, "I believe that." Here is the formula again. I can do all things through God which strengthened me. Say that 5 times every day and it will release indomitable power in your mind.